This is the 3D VIEW-MASTER Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2 by Walt Disney Productions. Once upon a time there was a book. It was an enchanted book because inside its pages was an enchanted forest where a boy named Christopher Robin lived with his stuffed toy animal friends. Sometimes they even walked across one page to get to another page. Would you like to walk into this book and meet Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too? Through the magic of VIEW-MASTER you can. Picture VIEW-MASTER Reel 1. Picture 1. Meet Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. Winnie the Pooh is sat there lying on the ground. He is stuffed with fluff. His friends call him Pooh for short. Tigger is the heavy, striped tiger. Why is Tigger standing on Pooh's tummy? Listen and we'll tell you the story. Tigger loved to bounce. Most of all, he loved to surprise his friends by bouncing them suddenly and knocking them over. Tigger didn't mean to be rough. He was just trying to be friendly, but his friends wished he would stop bouncing. And that's why Tigger was standing on Pooh's tummy one day. He had just bounced Pooh. "Tigger," said Pooh, "you are standing on the fluff I'm stuffed with. Please get off." Tigger laughed and bounced down the road to see Rabbit. Rabbit was proud of his vegetable garden. He was gathering vegetables when, picture 2. Tigger bounced Rabbit, bowled him over, upset Rabbit's wheelbarrow, smashed his pumpkins. "Look at my garden, Tigger, it's ruined." As Tigger bounced joyously away, Rabbit said, "That settles it. I'm going to call a protest meeting at my house to decide how to stop Tigger's bouncing." Picture 3. "Wake up, Pooh," squeaked his little friend Piglet. "Rabbit is talking." Pooh awoke suddenly from a dream about his favorite food, honey. Rabbit was saying, "We'll take Tigger out into the woods and lose him. When we find him the next day, he'll be so glad to see us, he'll never want to bounce again." Picture 4. The next morning was cold and foggy. They took Tigger deep into the woods. Tigger bounced ahead of them into the fog. "Quick," said Rabbit, "hide inside this hollow log." Picture 5. Tigger looked around. Where were his friends? He walked to the log where they were hiding and stood on it, right above them. He called, "Hey, you guys, where are you?" Finally he left and Rabbit said, "Hooray, we've lost him. Let's go home." They crawled out of the log and looked around. The fog was so thick they didn't know where they were. Rabbit walked into the fog and vanished. "Take my hand, Piglet," said Pooh. "My hungry tummy can find a way home. I have 12 pots of honey there. They are calling to my tummy." Can you help Pooh and Piglet get home? Turn the page. Picture 6. Rabbit was lost and scared. As he huddled under a tree, he heard strange sounds from the fog. Ruck, cuck, cuck, crunch, crunch. Of course, if you had been there, you could have told Rabbit that rack, cack, cack was only a little frog croaking, and crunch, crunch was only a tiny caterpillar chewing on a leaf. Suddenly, something came leaping from the fog. and bounced Rabbit. It was his friend Tigger. Tigger, you are supposed to be lost. Picture 7. Oh, Tiggers never get lost. Tigger laughed. Let's go home. Hang on to my tail. Rabbit's idea for unbouncing Tigger had backfired, but Rabbit kept thinking there must be some way to stop his bouncing. Phew, you really are good at changing reels, but now on with the story. Reel 2. Picture 1. In another part of the forest lived a mother kangaroo and her little boy kangaroo. Her name was Kanga. And what do you think his name was? Take a guess. Right, it was Roo. One winter day, Roo waited excitedly for Tigger to come and take him out to play. Mama, I wish Tigger would hurry, he said as he climbed up onto his own special mailbox to watch for his friend. At last, here came Tigger. He and Roo bounced down to the ice-covered pond. Rabbit was skating there by himself. Tigger tried to skate too, but he lost control. Look out, Rabbit. Picture 2. Tigger slid into poor Rabbit and sent him sprawling. Tiggers don't like ice skating, Tigger decided. He and Roo bounced farther on into the forest. Picture 3. They came to a tall tree. Roo asked, "Can Tiggers climb trees?" Climb trees? That's what Tiggers do the best. Only Tiggers don't climb trees. They bounce them. Let's go. Tigger swung Roo up onto his shoulders and bounced up from limb to limb until they reached the topmost tip of the tree. In fact, his last bounce carried him so high that he leaped off the top of the page of the enchanted book in which they lived. As he fell back down into the book, he grabbed a tree trunk. Roo fell off Tigger's shoulders, but he seized Tigger's tail and swung from it. Picture 4. Some bouncing, huh? Tigger looked proudly down, and his face wore a big smile like this. Then he looked down again, and he suddenly realized the ground was very far away. He didn't know how to get down. Then Tigger's face looked like this. Can you draw Tigger's face? See how many expressions you can give him. Make him look happy, sad, frightened. Picture 5. Roo was having a wonderful time swinging on Tigger's tail. Whee! Stop that, kid, stuttered Tigger. Stop! Stop! You're rocking the forest! Desperately, he began to call for help. Hello! Meanwhile, on the opposite page of the enchanted book, Pooh and Pickled were startled by a quavering call from up in the sky. Hello! Picture 6. Pickled jumped into Pooh's arms. Was that one of the fierce animals, Pooh? Then came a very young voice from the sky. Hey, Tigger, it's Pooh and Pickled. Pooh looked across the page. Why, it's only Tigger and Roo. What are you doing up in that tree? We're stuck. We're stuck. Get Christopher Robin, quick. Picture 7. Christopher Robin, Rabbit and Kanga came in a hurry. We'll get them down, said Christopher, taking off his coat. Come on, everyone. Each take a corner of my coat. Pull it tight. What's going to happen now? Are they going to jump? Why don't you say, jump, jump, jump? while you change to real C. Jump, 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 jump. Wouldn't you know it? Here's what happened. VIEW-MASTER Reel 3. Picture 1. Christopher Robin looked up at Roo. You're first, Roo, jump. Try not to fall too fast, dear, said Kanga. Roo jumped. Whee! He landed in the coat. Picture 2. You're next, Tigger, jump. Tigger shut his eyes and held onto the tree for dear life. Tiggers don't jump. That settles it, said Rabbit joyfully. As long as Tigger is up in that tree, he can't bounce. If he can't get down, he'll just have to stay there forever. Forever? Cried Tigger. Oh, if I ever get out of this, I promise never to bounce again. Never. You heard him. He promised, said Rabbit. He jumped up onto Christopher Robin's sweater. He promised. Suddenly, a deep voice spoke from somewhere up above them. Well, Tigger, your bouncing really got you into trouble this time. Tigger was startled. Say, who are you? I'm the narrator of this story. Oh, will you please narrate me down from here? Very well, I'll tilt the book. Hold on tight. Now let's tilt this booklet too and help Tigger get down. Ready? Here we go. Tilt. Picture 3. The narrator carefully tilted the enchanted book sideways. You can let go down. You can let go now, Tigger. Cautiously, Tigger reached a toe down and touched the letters on the page. He let go of the tree and sat on the type. Come on, Tigger, slide. Picture 4. Tigger slid down the page of type to the bottom and landed in the snow with a thump. Picture 5. Everybody cheered except Rabbit. I'm so happy, I feel like bouncing, said Tigger. Ooh, you promised, protested Rabbit. You mean I can't ever bounce again? Never, said Rabbit firmly. Picture 6. Tigger got up, turned his back on his friends, and walked sadly away. Roo tugged on Christopher's coat. Christopher Robin, I like the old bouncy Tigger best. So do I, Roo, said Christopher Robin. Don't you agree, Rabbit? Well, that is, oh, all right. I guess I like the old Tigger better, too. Tigger came dancing with joy. He bounced Rabbit and hugged him. Come on, Rabbit, let's bounce. Me bounce? Sure, you've got the feet for it. Come on, try it, everybody. It will make you feel just great. Picture 7. Rabbit began to bounce. Well, say it does. It does. Well, come on, everybody. They all began to bounce. Tigger, Rabbit, Pickle, Kanga, Roo, Pooh, and Christopher Robin. Tigger led the way, singing, oh, the wonderful thing about Tiggers is, Tiggers are wonderful things.